like crazy. I'm trying to figure out where she is.
Hey everyone, welcome to part 12. We are so close to the end. I'm like mentally exhausted.
We are enjoying the ride. That's what we're doing. We're
Once you get
enjoying
the ball
journey.
rolling, it's fun. It is fun once you get the ball rolling, but holy moly, getting the ball rolling, it is mentally exhausting. We were just talking about offline here about being sick, and if you go back, Sarah, the only cool thing about this whole internet thing is if you go back to like June, that end of June of this year, you will see on because I do live streams almost every day, right? You will see my progression to like getting sick and when I'm like barely holding on for life.
So like eventually AI is going to be watching the streams and being like, hey, Alex is going to chat you on your show.
No, but it's like
you're not
I don't
looking
get
good.
like you and I when we did our interview, like I think we had just talked about, if I'm not mistaken, you and I probably chatted right around when I got sick, and then so I was burnt out. Because I remember our discussion was about me being burnt out, but it's like it's really hard to not get burnt out when this morning I did the ACP 120. Now I'm doing this one. Yesterday I did the live training and this one. And like tomorrow is the Jira Life, and then Friday we got another ACP.
It's a thing. Being on camera, delivering, projecting just wipes you out. I had 4 meetings the other day that by the end of it, it's like it's fun meetings, but you're just like energy. At least I am when I'm in meetings. I'm energy. And then when they're done, I'm like,
no energy.
And then I was teasing. I was like, I feel like I just did a, like a one-person show, like 4 performances in one day of my one-person show.
Oh, bless your soul, Sarah. So, anyways, we're near the end though. This will be the end of this week. We got 2 more next week, and then Jira duties will be a thing of the past.
He always says that.
Till he gets another sponsorship.
Until
Maggie will sponsor you.
I dropped the ball. I really should have done just the 15 weeks of summer, 1 a week. That would have made it all much better, but
you might have been an overachiever.
Paying for our faults here. So again, let's jump into it again. Part 12. By this point, you all know the drill. We're going to be answering community questions, and it should be fun. We always have a little bit of fun, but before we get too far, I'm not wearing my. I had some important meetings today, so I'm a little dressed up instead of my torn up t-shirts. But my good friends over at Resolution are sponsoring this episode and this entire series, so make sure you check out the link down in the description. Show them some love. I'm seeing all the pictures, by the way, from Team 24 Europe with the Resolution folks, and boy, are they having fun.
Not now. They're exhausted. I think Bash was ended, and they're
ended. I don't know. Sean Doyle after the Bash, he still went out for ice cream after.
Well, it's still several hours after that. If you figure on the West Coast, it's a 9-hour time difference. It's about 3 a.m. over there.
Yeah, so they're just going to the 4th location.
Yeah, they're still wandering out.
You are probably going to the 4th location.
Let's be clear. Number 1, it's Bash. Number 2, it's Europe. It's Bash. It's Europe. It's Spain. Please. They took their siestas. They're ready to go. They just had dinner like an hour ago.
Yeah. Dude, I remember Team 23, like Funman Andy. It's like 2 p.m. Pacific time, right? And this is like the Thursday for the Bash. We haven't even had the Bash yet. And I'm leaving because on Thursday the team conference kind of winds down in the afternoon, right? And I'm like, dude, the thing's over. We're barely getting here. He's like, last night, man, it was like 4 a.m. by the time I got into my hotel. He's like the night that I had last night. So
I feel like there are people who probably go from like Bash and then somehow to the airport, but not necessarily. And like I've only stopped by their room for a bag, right? Like I gotta get my baggage.
Well, Team 23, Oak Street Solutions threw an after party after Bash, right? And Bash ends at 11, so they started at 11. They went to like 2 or 3 in the morning and it's a lot. Like
A lot.
it's a lot. Folks, if you have never been to an Atlassian conference, you can't just go to the conference. You got to know the right people. It's an event. It's a whole thing.
It is an event.
My duties next year when you all come over is going to be to make sure I keep everybody alive, because you don't want to be caught in the streets of Anaheim after a certain
You're
time.
just you're gonna supply us with tacos to keep us going, right?
Just kind of, the surprising things for like $50, I can probably feed you all with just tacos.
No. I think we're I think we're planning something for leaders. I have a harebrained scheme to bring a smoker, and
yeah.
if we where I drive instead of flying, I can load up the Highlander with my smoker. It comes apart, and then Ed has already given his seal of approval. He'll provide some expertise, and Alex just has to point us to probably the Costco Business Center where we'll pick up some meat, and
Yeah,
we'll be good to go.
And let's be clear. I mean, so the food's got to be in the smoker for some time, right?
Yeah, generally.
So that's the party timer, right? The party starts when the meat goes in.
don't come to team on Monday. You got to come like since Friday the week before.
Exactly.
I'm taking from Friday to like Sunday of the next week off to just do team.
Exactly.
It's in my hometown. I know
Recovery.
every street. I know every location. It's gonna be a blast.
Right. Let's go answer a question.
Yeah, let's go.
And then fight about what the intent of the question is, because that's the best part of the show, isn't it? When you read it and I'm like, no. And you're like, yes, it is. No, it's not.
English is hard. I will tell you that. All right. Automation audit log REST API. One day I will do APIs. Today's not that day.
Well, this is about the automation audit log.
You want to look at it?
They want
it's data center. Though.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, they want to use the API to get the automation audit log. So never mind.
I don't know. How do I not have?
I don't think you can do that. Can you?
Uh-oh.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen the API for automation.
Was Jira Data Center?
Oh, even worse.
Oh,
but
yeah,
then they have JSM. I thought JSM was cloud.
Nope. There's a JSM data center.
I thought it was JSD. Or did they rebrand over there too?
They rebranded over there too.
No, that's how long it's been since I've been over there.
Wait, it's no longer. Where's my shirt? I can't do this. I'm so bad at this. My shirt's down there with Jira Service Desk. You just can't see it.
Yeah, I never knew that they changed the name. We need a way to get the automation auto log out to put it into a dashboard using a tool like Power BI. I assume this would be the best. Yeah, the REST API, but I can't find any documentation related to this auto log.
Yeah, there's
the main Jira auto log. Can anyone recommend RPA scraping? Holy moly! Sometimes, like, I think I'm smart sometimes, but damn, sometimes I feel like a complete idiot when I don't know half these terms. I've been in IT my entire career.
Or when people do something, you're like, I never even thought about doing that. Like, that's never even come to mind.
Bob, did you finish pondering that one? Can we move on?
Yeah, go ahead and move on.
Possible. We're not in our cards tonight.
I think my sister is coming over tonight. She might have just pulled up.
Uh-oh.
She did. I won't pull her on the show, but I do need to go say hi.
Go say hi. Okay, does not include export metadata when export to PDF report. When I want to export to PDF, does not appear section export details, include export metadata, and always include. I don't want to include that metadata. This is JSM. Is this a server? How am I getting on-premise stuff?
Just lucky.
Yeah.
Was this even a feature in the cloud?
What, exporting to PDF?
Well, I know that part's possible. Look at that. Did you guys watch the presentation? Because I still haven't seen it.
I haven't, other than what Rodney has taped that we may or may not be putting on tomorrow's show. Okay, actually, yeah, we're gonna put it on tomorrow's show.
Dude, did I get the internet all mad about the pricing on Rovo? Brian and Josh. Between Brian, Josh, myself, and Jens, there was like quite an epic battle. You guys see that on LinkedIn?
I didn't follow it all. I might have like saw the post early and then didn't see everything else.
I think I saw it early and then just had to work.
Had to work. Doesn't that suck, Bob?
I know.
We got 40 comments, and everybody's just kind of talking back and forth about the pricing, privacy. Is it worth the squeeze? But there's just like comments on top of comments, and we're just like, everybody's going at it. Like everybody had an opinion about this one today.
Yeah, I did notice a slightly modified, it seemed like a modified UI on LinkedIn for comments. That's what I noticed when I went there too. That I like the replies were condensing in a slightly different way.
Yeah, there was just a lot of comments. All right, so this person here, export to PDF does not appear. So we're just trying to export. Can we even export to PDF? I see Word and Excel. Not sponsored by these folks, but there's a PDF exporter app.
I was going to say, yeah, I feel like that's something that used to be, I say used to be because I don't work in service or data center as much anymore.
I will go with Midori because that's the one they've sponsored me in the past.
Yep. Export XML, export Word.
And they are data center. So I'm going to say, have you tried using this app?
Have you tried print screen and print to PDF?
That's what I do sometimes.
Have you tried exporting to XML and then doing a mail merge and then creating a new database? I have. That was our workaround for prettying up details in Word.
I was wondering just why.
Because screens are hard to read.
See, I'm doing what Lena's suggesting. Yeah, just print as PDF. It's really, really neat and easy to do on a Mac. So
wait, okay. So if you hit print, okay, there it is, and then just save this as a PDF. Yep, save it as a PDF. Okay, well, we'll put that suggestion in. Also, just print the issue and save as a PDF. Question mark? On to the next one. Is there a user usage report? There is, kind of. Is there a user usage report? I'd like to see how often users are using the product, how many reports, projects they're using, days since last active.
So that is something that I think is in Guard. There is definitely like activity like that. I can't remember if it's just, I think it might even be.
It's standard, right?
Yeah.
Like the regular access.
I'm gonna check. Hold up. I need to
But
come
if
back.
but if they don't have Guard.
I'm trying to remember where I've seen this because part of it, right, is like, let's go make sure people are using the product so we can justify the cost for the products and or find out where to upsell the products.
Well, that and get a tighter rein on licensing.
No, there's that. I always come at from the marketing perspective. Like, how can I market to you more?
So I don't have Guard. I don't have Guard here.
But it is so it's standard in the org.
Maybe I have Guard. Let's try it.
Well, you should see it under your products. I mean, it is a product. You would have to have it listed.
Well, this is the Atlassian. Oh, I guess I do have Guard. It's the Atlassian one thing. Huh.
I'll go to.
Let me go to a free one. And see if that one has it. Okay, so this one I definitely don't have guard. See, no guard. And I have it. Okay, so okay, but you can't see. Okay, yeah, so you definitely need guard to get the insight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
I
see
thought
this
that
part?
was one of the selling features.
So I'm gonna tell them good news and bad news. Good news. You can see all of this information in admin.atlassian.com. You do need to be an org/site admin to be able to see this. Bad news. In order to see all the data you want, that you are looking for, you'll need to have an active Atlassian Guard subscription. Is a different product fee from Jira.
I do feel like
I'll
they're
give them a screenshot of what it looks like, though. Insights. I'll give them a screenshot so you can kind of see what this looks like here. And I'll put more good. Oh shoot, I hate the way screenshots are done. I thought you were gonna fix this for me, Sarah.
I did. I just didn't share it with you. I only fixed it for me.
So you can't see. You can see at least their last active date.
Mm-hmm.
But how many report projects they're on?
I know. I feel like then you start getting into APIs, which you don't want to talk about.
Well, let's see. You do need an organ. You can see. Let me rephrase this. You can see most on that. You need banners in order to see the data you're looking for. You could also try using Atlassian's user APIs, because there are user APIs.
There's a couple
Atlassian
things out there. Yeah.
user management REST API. So there's this stuff here where you can find people. Do you get to see when's the last time they were in there? You can deactivate. I thought there was a way for you to.
I know. I feel like I did something like this for one of my customers where we created something so that they could. Oh, I think it was because they had projects by groups. And then
Yeah,
those groups were assigned to the roles. So that was a way for them to sort of get to that data.
Yeah.
But that was a very, very specific to their setup.
If your team is using groups to manage project access, then you may be able to get that information as well.
Yeah, so
as you can see,
Skara is our person who's been studying for the ACB 520. Certain organizational insights are only available with an Atlassian Guard subscription. Who knew? And he finally says, might be possible with analytics, but then again, to be a dev analytics, you have to be on enterprise.
And how did we do on the 520? Did we pass and find it the easiest?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I know, right?
Okay. I posted this. Hopefully it's helpful to Kyle. My
Oh,
friend
not the
Kyle.
easiest. All right, but
That's
passing,
not the
awesome!
easiest.
Yay!
You know, all that matters is you hit above the cut line. That's all that matters. Not everybody can pull a 93 like Alex. So, you know.
Again, I think I was an 89. And I
What
was
happened,
only,
Sarah?
I'm going to fight on this because, like, I think I had an 89% and either 86 or 89. And I'd only been doing it for officially for 2 months.
I studied for forever, but I had severe test anxiety. So
Yeah. But no, for sure, celebrations all around on
Yes,
passing that.
congratulations.
That is awesome.
yeah, congrats. I tried to implement this automation shared by the Atlassian team and it failed seemingly due to access limits. Oh, and they have a loom. If I change the actor from Atlassian automation to myself or at any other level user, it works. I'm testing this out on a personal Atlassian instance. This is still pretty virgin out of the box.
I
This
like
has to
it.
be a thing then. In its configuration with the set of users at different role levels. What am I missing? What do I need to make the automation use? Maybe this should be a requirement. Everybody's got to put Loom videos.
I feel like we answered something the other day from Glenn too.
Okay,
So
transition.
when the actor, so basically just spelling when the actor. So if I change the actor from Atlassian automation to myself, I was just trying to see what rule he did here. Sorry. Let me fast forward. When transitions issue to done, link.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Then transition the link issue to done. Okay.
Would it be some sort of setting on JPD to let automation do certain tasks?
There
do
is
certain
no,
things?
well, maybe it's possible.
Because I'm not as familiar with the JPD roles and configs.
So I guess the question though is like, well, again, I'm not catching this part on the screen here. Where are we implementing this?
80% is killer. Sorry.
I was going to say, he said he got an 80%. 80% is not just reaching the bar. 80%
Here's
is
the
like,
bar.
yeah.
Yeah, the bar's at 60. Or was it 64%?
The bar is 60.
Yeah, you should be coming on to do these with us.
There you go.
You smoked the exam.
And then we'll just make sure we have only organization questions that day.
I know, right? Well, I'm trying to see which project this thing is running on. And to see, because I would suspect, so in Jira software, right, you have to have the automation, what is it, that permission scheme with that has all those.
Right, like does automation have the
add-on
ability
or
to
whatever.
transition issues?
Well,
that might be it. I don't, because if you look at JPD as kind of a team managed project with administrator, member, and I think viewers in there and maybe collaborator or whatever, but like administrator, member, or viewer, I don't think out of the box the automation for Jira user is
a member
set up with one of those roles.
But so I don't have it either. So let's try to recreate it then real quick.
Yeah.
And that's why it probably works if you set it to you, because then you're in the team. You're in the project.
But look at this one too. Everyone can open the project. Any user with product access can act as a creator. So one of everybody just has the creator license. I say we create the rule real quick and see what's up. I just need to get my way out of here.
It's like close some tabs.
And close some tabs down. All right. What did this Chica do? So new transition idea to done. Issues created.
You can share some more information about Loom, and you can go over and look at the transcript too. That's what I'm doing now.
When the issues transition to done. Then we're going to look for the current issue, linked issue.
Yeah.
We need implements. And then we're going to transition the issue to done. All right. Seems pretty easy. Let's go do it. Create issue, transition.
And yeah, her actor is automation for Jira.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oops, not that. This. Oops, I think he had implements, right? This one. She. Then transition to done. Oh boy. This what she had in there? Looks like what she had in there, right?
I'm checking. Oh, I can't get it to pause on the right place, so never mind.
Okay. So she's going to take a JPD. Let's go into JPD and find something that has a delivery ticket in it. So we have this one, and the status of this guy is, what the hell the status is in here?
Roadmap? I don't know.
Yeah. Is it category?
Roadmap is now. Oh, wait, there was a to-do there. Was that
Here it
category?
is, parking lot. So we're
Okay.
going to go parking lot to done. Okay, so we can do it. And then we're going to take a delivery ticket. We're going to open up this delivery ticket here and move this guy to done. So that should trigger the automation.
Done.
There's the implements is right here. Refresh.
Check your audit log.
We're going to go check that audit log. And we may have run to the same problem that, uh-oh.
Sort by updated.
Not even save it again.
Sort by updated. Oh, wait, you walked away and didn't save it? But
I have to keep doing that.
There's no helping you.
I'm tired. I've been running for 13 and a half hours today.
Man.
All right. Worry not, Commander. We can pull back from this. We can recover.
Why build it once when you can build it twice for twice the cost? That is not the exact quote, but it is a quote from a movie. Anybody know the movie?
I don't know, but I was going to say it sounds like the Boeing way.
Well, it's from Contact. Anybody seen Contact?
Long time
Is
ago.
it from this decade?
Exactly, long time ago. It's an outstanding movie. So they build this thing to send her, off into space based on the alien designs, and they think it broke. Well, actually, no, it got sabotaged and it broke into pieces. And then later on, she finds out that they had built a second one because the idea is like the first rule of government. Why build it once when you can build it twice at twice the cost?
Makes sense to me. All right. This guy is going to done. Refresh.
I just like to fill in while you're redoing work.
There you go. It worked.
Bum, bum, bum. Automation for Jira was your actor, right? Yup.
Yep.
Glenn, sorry, buddy.
You
should have recorded a Loom and posted it back and been like,
why post a Loom? We're
recording here
now.
I see your Loom and I raise you a Loom.
I'm testing this on a personal Atlassian. It's a pretty version out of the box in this configuration with a set of. Maybe let's ask Glenn to give us a loom of his activity because so I'm gonna tell him I just tried it.
Did you guys see Loom now has the ability to personalize videos with like your voice? So if you wanted to record this video and send it out to 4 people, you could just record hi, and then it would fill in with Glenn, like your voice. But it wouldn't be you saying Glenn. And it enthralls me and creeps me out at the same time.
What was it? Check out the 25-minute mark.
25-minute mark. Oh, of this video. Sure.
This video. Yeah, about the 25-minute now. We're at minute 31 right now.
All right, so now I gotta grab a YouTube video here.
So yeah, if we're gonna talk about remember this movie, this reminds me of the scene in Spaceballs.
Yes.
where they're trying to look at the VCR. So Alex, VCRs were a thing. You know, it stood for
I'm
video.
still old enough to have seen VCRs.
But I'm right. Am I right in the scene you're thinking of is when they're looking at the screen and the camera and they're like, wait,
Yeah,
this is happening.
too far.
So yeah, I think problem's gonna be user error.
Sorry. Hey, look, we changed things. I was too busy talking about Spaceballs because I have another funny Spaceballs story the next time you're writing. I don't. Oh, well, you just need to add major incident in your issue type.
Well,
Done.
have you? I wanted to bring this up because I've been seeing this. Like, I hate that Atlassian does this transitionary period of time where documentation doesn't match up with Jira, and so like I've been going to my Jira, and I'm expecting to see Ops Genie in here now. Yeah, nothing.
It's not Ops Genie, it's operations.
Not an Ops Genie,
Okay,
it's
I
that
see.
operations section.
So I got operations. So I have a different Jira than I went to the same place, but operations is not there yet. So like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
And you have JSM product on it? I'm just going to ask you the obvious first
because
question,
they have JSM.
How old is the instance?
It's old enough, but they got the email saying like we're ready for you. We migrated because then when they go to JSM, when they go to Ops Genie to try to do the configuration they're trying to do, it says sorry, you got to go to JSM now.
Because if they've never configured Ops Genie, then I think they have to go into operations.
They have definitely been using Ops Genie, but I wonder. I'm gonna go check some more stuff in here.
That's where, yeah, I was going to say, I would go straight into your products on your instance or, on your Jira.
I'll check it out after we're done, but let's see. I cannot find the CTA to create. What the heck's a CTA?
A call to action. Wait, it's a CETA. It's not a CTA. It's a CETA.
Okay, so how do we get this going then? So we have...
It's just an issue field. It's just a field, right?
Well, let's go find out.
I'm going to go with about 80%, like the same score that our friend got on his CERT exam today. I'm 80% sure it's just a field that needs to get added.
That's
I think you got to add it to the screen.
Yep. Well, there's an incident management button here.
Yes, there is. There's major incidents, so learn how to do it. And it should say you're going to need that.
Issue types.
Add the major incident field to your service project.
That's simple, huh?
Yep.
Again, I get really excited when when I'm like, I know this one. Call on me, teacher, call on me.
Okay, did that.
And because if you were to create
it's in there
use
now.
the templates for creating incidents, it's going to tell you like, oh, hey, you're going to want these fields, friend. So I've seen it come up multiple times. And secondly, how do I configure the Ops Genie settings? Just shake your head and say no.
Wait, but hold up. So he says, I cannot find the CTA to create major incident. I have the option to toggle on off the major, but so we have this. So he turned this on.
Oh.
But that's not the problem. He's basically saying like, okay, so now where do you see your major incidents?
That doesn't, honestly, major incident doesn't do anything really besides put a little flag on your issue that says, I'm a major incident. And then it gets added to a major incident queue.
Right. And I've seen that you're able to, I think through automation, you can copy that over to Ops Genie.
You used to be able to like trigger an alert inside or create the incident in Ops Genie. This was like 2 years ago.
Right.
So you, well, first of all, if they haven't configured Ops Genie yet, right, they're not going to have that option. So that's one of the things we don't know.
But they have this part. Well, they have this part.
But again, that doesn't do anything.
Now, though.
Legit doesn't do anything except for label this issue as a major incident. Nothing keys off of that.
But Ops Genie is obsolete at this point, no?
That's my point. So in terms of how do you configure Ops Genie, it's you go create an operations team and then you start linking things and you create either you turn on responder alerts or you create a sync between your project.
You turn on an alert or an escalation.
And then you say, yeah, when an incident comes in, if it meets this criteria, create an alert, or every incident creates an alert. It's a whole half-day class, let me tell you. And that's if you talk as fast as I can. Have you set up operations yet, Bob?
I have. Usually just to kind of play around with the on-call schedules and alerts and escalations, but that's about it.
It is. What?
Just the simple stuff.
Oh, I thought you said it's simple. And I'm like, I'm going to call you. We're going to chat because it's simple and also not. But for the record, every time you say major incident, you need to salute it. Man, major incident.
Oh.
He's caught up now.
I've been thinking. Does Bob do it?
No, it's from How I Met Your Mother.
Major incident.
Yes.
Oh, when you say it.
I mean, I will listen to Sarah when she says you have to salute when you say major incident.
Major incident. Yes, sir. Yes, Major.
We're going to be walking around Teams 25 going, major incident.
Let's start it. So that's a reference to How I Met Your Mother. That was something they always did when anybody said it was a major problem. They'd go, major problem.
My son's 12 and a half. I'm starting to think he's almost ready for How I Met Your Mother. My wife's like, no way. I'm like, how else is he supposed to know how to survive the world if not through How I Met Your Mother?
You just got to do a little rewatch, like a little pre-watch, because there was a couple shows I thought, oh yeah, they're totes. And then I'm like, what were we thinking?
The League. My buddy, when I worked at Boeing, my friend's like, he's like, you should watch The League with your wife. I'm like, is it a cool show? He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm like, The League is not a show you watch with your wife. Have you seen The League?
I have not seen it.
It's about fantasy football, but it's a total dudes show. Like the jokes are very, very vulgar.
In other words, don't watch it with somebody who's not a sports dude. Yeah. Could be your wife. It could still be your wife, your spouse, what have you. But
I mean, they can be a sports dudette, but they need to have like a certain level of comfort with certain level of jokes. Because
like I would say locker room humor might be in it.
On steroids?
Like the athletes? Exactly.
But definitely not like How I Met Your Mother level, because that one's like
Right.
PG-13, but the League definitely takes it up a little bit more. So yeah, so if you
Definitely.
watch the League, you've been warned. I like the show though.
It's like, network TV versus like, basic
FX.
cable.
I didn't watch the entire like 5 seasons of the League. I couldn't tell you how fantasy football works though. I would have thought.
So should my 12-year-old son who's in a fantasy football league watch it?
It depends on what you. No, I wouldn't.
Noted.
I would wait till he's maybe 14, 15.
We
It's
can
a
do
14,
that.
15 type of show. Okay, so back to this question.
Major incident.
Are you trying to create the major incident with an ops genie? And I put ops genie in quotes because most, if not all, the ops genie functionalities have been moved to JSM.
They're transitioning.
Yes.
When you add the major incident, man, you got me doing it. Toggle to your
High five, Sarah.
I love it.
It doesn't actually do anything. It's just
I'm gonna hope I don't
like
get
a
in trouble
flag.
for that statement, but it really doesn't. Everything I've read says just people need to agree. You need to agree. What is a major incident? And so what does it mean when you toggle that on? And that's all the meaning is the meaning your team puts on it.
But these are like one of the things like Atlassian, like it makes me mad, right? Because like why have the major incident toggle, but then like drop the ball like right at the 1 yard line? Like,
so let's maybe have another show where we talk about not only major incident, but what is developer escalations queue necessary for?
oh, the new
What
one.
is even the point of that one?
I'm gonna answer that one. Let's go to the next one. I think we spent more time learning about.
Oh, I put a link in the private chat about the transition from Ops Genie to operations, and that's where they can find more documentation. Generally speaking, about Ops Genie operations, so that they have more. They have a place to go. Right?
God dang it!
Was this helpful? No.
That pop-up wasn't.
I love that idea. Like you hit no every time. Was this pop-up helpful?
Talk about user experience, right?
No, this pop-up isn't helpful. Why does it keep coming up? Every time I go to a new page, I already told you it wasn't helpful.
You got Bob ruffling on the floor. You had to go off camera, so he's just on the floor rolling around and laughing.
I love how it's like the most literal interpretation of that. Oh my god.
As a product UX UI designer, you have to think about the idiot user.
Yes.
Because somebody thought that this was a great idea.
Yes.
Right? Somebody must have thought that this was a great idea and not realizing that the idiot like me was going to read that and go, nope, not helpful.
Right. All right. And to our friend in the comment section, I need to know how to pronounce your your profile name, because I keep tripping up. I want to say it and then I know I'm going to say it wrong. Thankfully, I have never had to transition Ops Genie into operations, but I have run through and seen the wizard behind it all. So I have some sense of that. And then you're absolutely right. Yeah, that transition tool, I call it a wizard because that's how old I am. The transition tools in the settings. Yep. And then, yes, a whole series on things that we just don't quite understand.
Okay there, Bob?
Like,
oh, I'm good. I'm on a new tangent because Sarah mentioned wizard, and I'm already starting to think of Wicked. So,
yep.
All right, let's help Bobby out. Trigger automation when a Jira is in an active sprint.
Didn't
This
we
is
already have a problem with active sprints this week or last
wait,
week
wait,
or
but
like?
hold on. This is Rodney's like they should just call it Jira.
See?
People do call it Jira. This is proof.
They do call it Juras.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be anti-establishment. Call them Jiras.
You're
I've
lucky you're
opened up a new Jira in Jira.
what is it, 350? You're lucky you're 350 miles away from me otherwise.
They'll turn it into slapsgiving.
Is there a way to trigger an automation when Jira is in when an issue? Holy moly! I gotta send this one to Rodney. He's gotta know about this. Let me paste it and put it in our Slack here. Rodney needs to know about this.
See, yeah, we already talked about like the idea of like automations related to sprints and dates.
Okay, so I already see one thing from the first paragraph, and that is he wants two things to happen. And actually, it might be. Well, you're going to have to trigger. The trigger is you can't have two things trigger something, right? So it's going to be a trigger and a condition, right? And I think the trigger is going to be
Active sprint, no?
issue gets assigned, right? And then the condition is the sprint is
active. Can we do that though? Is that a thing?
The active sprint.
Wouldn't it make more sense going backwards though? Because I don't. It's can you see if an issue is in an active sprint as a condition of an automation rule?
I would think
I know
so.
the trigger.
If you can JQL it, you can do that, right? I mean, if you can write a JQL for it, technically, I would think you can use that in an automation.
Anybody else get low key? Just I always stop short of spelling the rest of assignee.
Of course, all the time.
I just stop at the first three letters.
I cannot talk about assignees or assets without doing a 12-year-old giggle. And we're like, nope, don't do that, Sarah. Don't do that. It's impossible.
All right. So where would this thing be? Like sprint? It's not empty, but then you don't know if it's an active sprint.
See, but I'm saying you might have to do like a JQL condition, which is not
why though.
optimal.
Like I can go backwards and do the sprint here when the sprint started on a board, and if the assignee, like if assignee equals that specific user.
But that's not triggering it really.
Is there a way to trigger an automation when the Jira is in an active sprint and when the assignee is assigned to a specific person?
I think it has to be the assignee trigger. I think that's what you guys are saying.
I think it's
right?
got to be the assignee trigger, and then you look at the issues. Then you look at the trigger issues sprint field and see if the sprint value is the active sprint through JQL.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Start with you can't have two triggers.
No, this will work. Look, when the sprint is active, but see, this is the problem, right? Like you can't do when the sprint is active. You can do when this what was it sprint?
When it started, created.
When it started.
Or started, yeah.
So the problem is.
Oh, okay. When the sprint starts, you're gonna have to do a branch. Find all of the issues that have the assignee field filled.
Oh, you're clever.
Put the JQ at that point.
When the sprint is started, and then oh no, maybe it is though. When the sprint is started and the issue is assigned, then create the dev subtasks and QA subtasks. But they want it when right?
create dev subtasks and QA subtasks when an assignee and when the developer and the
But the challenge is it's almost like an ongoing thing. It's almost like a scheduled thing. Like
right. So this is why
every 3 hours, go out and go find the assigned issues that don't have any subtasks,
no,
and then go
but
create
not if we go
subtasks
with
for them.
not if we go with Bob's thing, right? If we do when an assignee is when an issue is assigned, and then I'm gonna go and the assignee equals like Alana, right? And I'm gonna do an if condition and put it in there. Where's my if?
For the sprint.
No, watch. This is what I would do. I would do sprint is not empty, so that means we're in a sprint.
Yep.
Right, and I would do like the assignee equals like Alana. Right, so if both are true. Right, then I would create the subtasks. Right, test 1. Right, obviously you go through your thing. Let me turn it on this time. Because then I can go into my project and complete my sprint. Oh, shoot.
All right. While you're doing that, I just wanted to make sure I called out that here in St. Louis, it's a long standing kind of tradition that says the New York Mets are pond scum. So that's for you, Skuraz. Looks like I see a Phillies shirt on you. Am I wrong or right? I'm making stuff up. Who knows?
No, that's definitely a Philly shirt.
Yeah. And the Phillies are playing the Mets right now. And I'm just saying the Mets are pond scum. Ask anybody in St. Louis.
You know what? I'm kind of sad though. When I first moved to St. Louis, I remember I moved in around middle of March, and I remember my first day on the job. I go into the office, and I'm like, "Hey, where's everybody at?" Because there was nobody in the office, and I found like there's one person that was in the entire office at Boeing. Boeing has huge offices in St. Louis. And the lady, I still remember so vividly, the lady's like, "It's opening day. Don't you know everybody's downtown?" Like, what is opening day?
It is a holiday. It's not official,
I did not
but it's
know.
pretty much a holiday here.
Yeah, it is. It is a thing. Okay, so here's a thing. And the problem is you're assigning it. You really want to assign it before.
I think it's just when when the assignment field changes.
Yeah, so I have Alana. And so this is nothing right now, right? But this should trigger my automation rule.
Alana is the hardest working person in Jira for sure.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Uh-oh, we have some errors. Actor does not have permission.
You and your permissions. Are you in one of your projects where you don't have permissions again?
I don't know. I don't even know. Let's let Alana be the person that does it. Round 2. My Jira is so broken. I should just give my Jira to somebody and go restore it back to factory default.
Actually, don't I have to give you a new one?
You do.
Because we already started the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And somehow this is
it. So the very first one you made for me in January, it ran all the way until like September. And then the second one you gave me in March, it ran all the way to September. And the third one you gave me in June ran to September. And I think in September, they all decided to catch them all.
So get one in October.
So I would expect this to keep going for a little bit more.
Yeah,
all right. We've spent enough time and we're out of time. This is the rule, folks. I think this is so Scar says the trigger needs to be the assignee. If the sprint starts, the rule will only run once. I think we just need to check to see what I have here. Just my actor thing, right?
But
if it's not empty.
Go ahead.
And the assignee equals Alana, create these tasks. and then do another one where if the sprint's not empty and the assignee equals the developer, create these tasks.
I might make an argument though that you could still have a similar one, so that if somebody is already assigned and the sprint starts, then for all of those issues that are assigned, you also have to create one. So like you have one at the start for when the sprint starts, go find all the assigned issues, create their tasks. Then this one picks it up for all the rest of them throughout the sprint.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the monkey wrench because I'm good at that. What if your story, you don't finish your story and you move it to the next sprint?
You can't. You won't be able to because you created the subtasks.
No, you have another condition, but you have another condition on there though that says and does not have subtasks or something like that, right? Ooh, I like that. The other idea in there. Do a trigger equals assignee, a lookup issues where key is in the open sprints, then compare values and make sure the size is greater than 0. All right, I'm quitting.
Yeah,
Scars is coming on. I can't say it. See, listen, I say it different every time.
13-4. The last 2 Jira duties, Scar, it's all you.
I know, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go drinking.
Yeah, no, we're clearly not at our wits here. I'm gonna ask a question. Well, wait, we have answers. We're like cracking our heads over here. People already answered them.
He's the new Judy. Or Trudy. He's the new Trudy answering the questions before we can get there. He'll be on part 13. Invite.
All right, he's agreed to be on part 13.
I love it.
Awesome. We'll get you the link. Project SSH and then create 2 subtasks. We're just gonna I'm gonna upload one of these.
Welcome to Jira Duty, where we go find answers and click upvote.
Yeah, I gave up on this one. You know what? I'm just like
best show ever.
It's been a long day. We're good. Special thank you to Resolution for making this series and entire series possible, and for giving us a lot of laughs, a lot of memories.
They didn't know they signed up for a comedy show.
Yeah.
They just thought Jira Duty. Who knew? All right, major incidents.
Yep. So make sure you check out the link in the description and check out some of the apps that are available from Resolution, specifically the Not Another Stand-Up app, NASA, which we have up there. But Bob's technically.
Wait.
Bob says, "Oh, there goes Bob." Just straight there, then straight up. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you. We got 2 more, last 2 next week. We have special guests, possibly Monday and Tuesday. We'll see. Clearly, we suck, so we need somebody better.
Yeah, we need to bring in as much help. So yeah. Scott is our might be our special guest.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to give us your like your real name, because I doubt that you're walking around with the 7 on your.
Or I just need a way to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I like Scott.
All right. See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.